Alright, and start. Okay, I'm gonna hope that today's gonna be a much shorter video because it's like 8, it's almost 9 p.m. right now, and like, I really shouldn't be recording this late. I was doing this very particular. Whoops, microphone's covered. I was doing this very, how should I say this? Uh, Very sophisticated technique called procrastination. um, I'm probably just gonna try and figure out coloring. Fair warning, I suck at this. I have like I've practiced it a little before. There was a time. Um, and so it's not like I don't nothing. Like, and again, I posted like a whole what's it called? A whole time lapse on this. Uh, yeah, it's fine. But okay, let me just save this. Should I save this? No, I don't need to. So yeah, I posted a whole time lapse where I tried color. Thing is, it wasn't really that great even. I what does flat image mean? Nothing. Yeah, I'm not super confident in my abilities though because I truly don't think that I can. Give me a second. Do I want to merge this layer? Maybe not. Can I just merge it with all of it? So yeah, what I'm gonna do at first is I'm going to merge visible layers. Perfect. I just need to make sure that I have that merges the paper too. Oh. Oh, whoops. Oh, I don't know if I need that. It's fine, whatever. Basically, right, what I'm gonna try to do, is so I have everything merged into one kind of image, right? And then so I can just color on top of that because otherwise it would be a nightmare to have to like do all of these little like boundary things. Oh, it's still messy. It's fine. Whatever. It's not the end of the world, right? So the first thing that I'm probably gonna do is I need to pick a color scheme, right? And these eyes are actually already colored, which is a problem that I'm sure I can work around. It's fine. When it comes to color schemes, I mean, should I make this? I feel like I should make this a little bit warmer, kind of like this, maybe ish. Nah. Maybe like here. Need to really think. Okay. What's a good color scheme? Is this a good color scheme? Like these. What kind of vibes does this person give? Okay, you know what? I'll just do something and then I'll just work around it and see how I like it. Yeah, I think first of all, I can just do skin. Oh no! Oh, what a problem. Whoops. How can I figure this one out? Ooh, that's too thick. This needs to be somewhat resolvable, right? So, actually, this whole strand doesn't make sense. Oh, yes, it does. Yes, it does. If I kind of understand this as like I'll be on top of there. This doesn't make sense though. I'm gonna erase that. I knew that happened. Yeah, because I merged everything to one layer. Now all of my erases are they're now see-through. Oh no. Oh, this is a problem. I mean, does it matter? Because, like, technically speaking, I'm gonna just. Oh, actually, I can just fill it like that. Oh, look at that. I'm a genius. It's fine. Why is it not zooming? Is it lagging? Oh no, whoops. Please. Okay. I don't know what happened in the video there. Because, like, lag probably also affected my video software, but... Oh boy, am I happy that I didn't mess anything up. Okay. And it also filled the thing. Oh, nice. 2 birds. Alright. Is that enough fill? Maybe like this here needs to be filled. So yeah, this is all fine. This bottom border here. What's not fine is this hair for some reason. Well, for some reason, I can probably guess why. It's because of the type of brush that I'm using is very inconsistent with like the way that it applies quote unquote ink, if you will. And so these gaps form even though I kind of went through here with the brush. So honestly, it's actually not that good of an idea to use it. I just like its texture, and so I use it, but I really shouldn't. Like, because yeah, these gaps are annoying to fill. Oh, there's so many. It's so hard to get accurate. There we go. Yeah. Let me see. Oh, that's actually not supposed to be there. Let me learn from last time's mistake and just color it white. Whoopsies. There's a much better tool for this, but I don't want to switch. It makes me... That'll mean I have to actually, do work. And it's just not what this is about, Nah. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, speaking of, I realized that I uploaded yesterday's time lapse without any sound. Like, I usually add music in the background. And this time I just kind of forgot to do that. And so I just uploaded it, right? Realized literally basically last night at 12, but it was too late for me to like really do anything, so I just kind of kept it there until basically today when I went in and added some music. But first of all, turns out for some reason that is my most, I'm pretty sure that's my most liked short in just like, and it's only been a day, right? Like, am I that bad at choosing music? Yeah, I think that should be fine. All right, let's try the fill again. No, it's worse now. How is it worse? Where could it have leaked? Let me see. Okay, first of all, it also leaks into these eyebrows, which is a problem. It could have leaked through... No, it doesn't seem like there's any interruptions. Where is it leaking through? Like, genuinely, what? Okay, so this is all safe. It's definitely not leaking through here. Not leaking through here. Could be leaking through... Oh! That's actually a really big candidate. It might be actually leaking through here. Let's try that again. That might actually ER. Alright, good. That's not the right skin tone, so actually I need to redo it still. I don't even think that's the right one. Oh my goodness, I never thought I'd have to really... This would be the... No, it's too much. Really? This is what my No, this is gonna be the entire video, isn't it? No, it's not. That feels shaded. It shouldn't be. It's supposed to be doing a midtone. That's just gray. Also, it's leaking through in here. First, I need to pick the right color. No. Let me think. Could be maybe this. Maybe I'm onto something. That's not. That's definitely not. Can I like expand this color palette? Because like I'm having a kind of a tough time seeing the color selection that I'm making. Let's try that. Nope, too dark. Too much saturation. This. Oh my goodness. Why is this so hard? This should not be the hard part. No. No. Nah. I don't think this is the bit. I'm genuinely tempted to just cheat and then just like reference my other work that I actually did color in. You know what? Maybe this actually works. Maybe. I'll let it maybe pass. Let me just try and fill in these eyebrows. Nice. Fill this in. Fill this in. Fill this in. And then let's try this, 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 and let's see how that works out. Honestly, not bad, not bad. Just looks terrible for now, but I'm sure I can fix it. Oh, whoops, I actually forgot to, I neglected one small issue, one small detail. This strand of hair, which shouldn't be here, to be honest. I'm realizing now how like random and haphazard I was with this hair. I shouldn't have been. I should have actually been a lot more careful. Yeah, see? Perfect. Look at that. Alright, yeah, so first I need to apply all the base colors. After this, a lot of this is just creativity, so do and do and do. Really? So like these gaps aren't enough, but for some reason the stuff like my pen, oh whoops, my pen creates gaps wide enough for it to actually count. Really? Oh man. What kind of hair should I give this person? Yeah, actually this skin tone is completely fine. I don't know why I was like, thing is am I just like, yeah, you can tell that I've never done, I haven't actually done color in like any kind of semi-decent capacity. I can't actually tell a good color apart. Oh man. Okay. What's a good hair color? Maybe green? Nah. This teal or whatever. Purple? No. Pink? No. Red? Yellow? Orange? Oh, maybe something I can do with this shade. I don't know. Let's see how this looks. Everything gets colored in. Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right. There's gonna be gaps here. I remember that. Yeah, because there was when it was filling incorrectly. When the head was filling incorrectly, it was also filling this whole bit in incorrectly. Of course, it's gonna have gaps. Fortunately, though, one of the gaps that I'm probably not gonna have is gaps to the like rest of the page. which is an incredibly good thing, because if there was gaps the rest of the page, that would have been annoying, and I would have to deal with them. But because I went through this like ultra thick layer around basically the entire image, we are able to avoid that, fortunately. Okay, so that's how that color looks. Oh, whoops. Why'd I do it twice? It's not stuck, is it? Okay. That's how that color looks. You know, I really should have planned this before. I feel like this hair might be too thin. It's probably not. I'm probably just like being impatient and not trusting the process, actually. Is this fine? I don't know. Again, I think I'm being impatient and not trusting, because like, yeah, because this should be like a lot darker and stuff, and I need to like, you know, add in like shading tones and stuff. Right, for a mid-tone, I think I might be being like way too harsh on some of these. You know what? Yeah, let's just go with this. The original. Yeah, see, this is why you should properly define your boundaries between stuff. Yeah, it should be there, and then it should be kind of like that. And then this stuff is just messy, and it shouldn't, whoops, shouldn't be. That's fine. Typically eyebrows should be about the same color, because why would they not be? Their hair. Should I make these? No. How about this? How does this kind of vibe does this give us? Nah. I'll deal with that later. For now, I just need to get all the base tones of everything. Should I kind of like have the same color scheme for everything? So like if I just did this. As opposed to say like this. You know what, I think I actually like this blue a little bit better. Oh man, I was so messy with this. My goodness, ooh, whoops. Yes, oh, this is my color picker. Nice. What is all of this? Oh man, I'm only now realizing just how horribly I made all this. Maybe this is all hoodie, I think. I hope. Maybe this too, just for simplicity's sake. That's probably also gotta be. No, I believe that's gap. That's supposed to be there. If I like kind of make this a little bit lighter. Actually, you know, as a kind of a midtone, I think this is not a midtone. This is a midtone, yeah. I think this might be actually a little bit better. Maybe besides the cuffs.
I'll leave them as they are. Nice. All right. Okay. Now then, allow me to consult a few references, see what I can find. This. I'll keep that. Let's try this. It doesn't exactly work for my situation. A very fascinating concept. Again, I should have done this before the recording, but you know, better late than never. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, in general, what I'm kind of seeing, I'm just kind of looking at like how I should do the hair properly. So one of my big mistakes is that my hair doesn't go all the way. So I may have to do that a little bit more in color. Let me just this. I don't want to bend it. Let me just take a picture of that, and then I'll just reference it. All right. Alrighty then. Let's move on to this. I gotta make some darker tones here. I can absolutely, now that I have all my colors basically picked, I can I can shrink this in size, increase my actual brush size. And now I can begin to actually no, that doesn't work. The reason as to why it doesn't is yeah, I don't know if this brush works. Maybe let's try this one because it has too many gaps in it. That's just fine. So yeah, first I need to make sure to get all these with this darker brush. Don't know if I'm liking this as much as I'd hoped. Yeah, I guess that's the big thing. I'm not gonna dropping this hair in, even though I should be. I need to add in highlights after this because just shade is not looking good. I think this might be actually the first time I'm like trying color on camera. Like I've done it off camera definitely, like a little, never like enough to like actually study it. And I've posted a time lapse, but like I definitely know that I didn't record that because I was on a train when I made that. Actually, I was on a train to Dresden. Very fascinating place that was, but I was basically like met with mild inconveniences every step of the way. Because their public transportation not their public transportation. Google Maps refused to be like at all accurate about how I was supposed to get to certain places. And so I just like kept having to figure things out. And eventually, basically, I just kind of gave up at some point, and I just waited in the train station for like an hour. No, not an hour, like way longer. I waited in train station for a very long time. Reason I did so was because I was actually spending most of that time looking for where the train was supposed to come. Because it was also very unobvious. The Dresden train station, like their like central station or whatever, sucks. In terms of like, if you've never been there and you don't speak the language, like Google Maps entirely useless because it's a train station. It's not going to tell you, like, it just tells you to get on a train. It doesn't tell you to where exactly that train is going to come, like what exact station. It just tells you, hey, you need to go to this general station building and then figure things out from there. Like, oh, thanks. And then, yeah, and so I was just like spending most of that time trying to find where my train was supposed to go. And yeah, eventually I found it, right? Again, inconvenience after inconvenience though, because like I kept stumbling. I kept basically like looking around all the same places because it wasn't a large train station, all right? There was not that many places to go. It was just insanely confusing because none of the signage made sense because it was all in German. Oh man. So yeah, fun times. And it's also the place where I found out that I'd be deported. That's probably the most memorable part of the trip. Because I had to go to the Dresden consulate for the Czech Republic. Basically because I had a very stupid immigration status where I basically had to go to the nearest consulate to get a visa. But like, the nearest consulate of the Czech Republic was in Dresden, so I basically had to make a day trip there. And yeah, that's again where I found out that like, nope, not getting no visa. And yeah, so definitely the most memorable part of the trip. I think I might need to deal with this kind of more like this. So yeah, and then I was just basically kind of like on the way home, I was kind of like just trying to do some things. Yeah. This is probably why people usually do minimal hair detail whenever they're like planning on drawing with color. Only problem with that is that I never actually planned on doing this. This is just something I decided to do after. Okay, so yeah, that sucks. Where's my reference image? Yes, here you are. Okay, now I need to think about where the light is coming from. Maybe like here, kind of like here, and then like that. Let's see. it's coming from here, here, and then like that. How does that look? Yep. Okay. You know what? Random decision. Let's just make it go here. Like that. Alright. So in that case, I need a lighter green that I'm going to actually basically fill all of this in with. Because this is kind of layered a little bit underneath, I'm gonna just have a thin sliver of light. Actually, no, hold on. Should be kind of like that, and then like that, and then like that. No? No. It's coming from up there. Which would mean that after a certain point, light is going to start getting interfered from up here. Which means that actually I was a little bit more right the first time, I feel like, by making kind of a pattern like this, maybe. I don't know if I like this kind of square pattern, though. It doesn't feel right. Something like more like this suits it better. Maybe, yeah. That sort of looks like it works. Yeah. Let's also change this a little to a highlight instead of a low light. Because if they're layered kind of with this at the bottom, then this should be on top. And in that case, light should kind of shine more on it. And then it should, as it dips down, should have less and less light on it. You need to think of some sort of tone in between these two, the this normal tone and then this light tone, to kind of signify the border, but not necessarily dark. So maybe something like here. How does this look? No, you can't really tell that apart from this. Okay, maybe you can. No, but it almost looks even lighter, so it's actually not a good. It's not a good plan. It's more saturated. It's maybe something like this. Yeah, I think that looks fine. And then you can like figure out a blend there a little bit. Something like that. That's going down. These are, the rest of these are fine. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so the rest of these are fine. It's just these three basically that weren't. You need to learn how to layer colors, because I'm not doing that. I know there's definitely like a lot of techniques. Like I'm doing very like kind of rough color, right? Where like the contrast is very obvious, and it shouldn't be. It should be a lot more flowy. But unfortunately, I don't actually understand how to do that. I don't understand the fundamental theory behind all that. Whatever. Yeah, that should be enough. These three. Now then, allow me to kind of. Should be falling there. No, is it? Yep. Okay, I see. Should be falling. Kind of here. Something like that. And I can look at the results from filling that, filling that, filling that. I see. I did went a little bit too far. Should have gone here first. A little bit. This feels a little bit amateurish. I'm not liking this so far. I mean, like, it is amateurish. I don't know what I'm doing, but, you know, I should be doing a lot better at this. I feel like, but I'm not. I think, again, this is kind of like still, is it really because it's just the first stage, or am I just genuinely, like, not doing something that I should be doing? Yeah, a lot of this stuff should blend a little bit more, but I haven't figured out all the tones yet, so maybe not. Oh boy, this does not look good. This especially, I don't actually like this. I don't like this at all. One thing that I don't like about this is that this is covered. It shouldn't be. Another thing I don't like about it is that I don't think that this should be nearly as prominent as it is. There we go. Okay, now let's see. Okay, yeah. So one thing I figured out definitely is that these should always line up with these because these are shades. Because basically, right, if it was kind of going like this, right, this is where the line is, this is where the shading is, that's where this is, right, and technically speaking, this should technically cover all of this valley here, right, but what that also means is that there should be light here, because if light is beaming from kind of like this, from a very low angle, where it's like still kind of dark here, but not dark here, right? It should be dark, basically, like almost right at the edge there. There shouldn't be too much of a gradient in theory. I don't think. I might be wrong. Oh, I might have multiple layers eraser. Oh, yeah, it's because I'm not supposed to be using erasers. Whoops. Alright, so Alright, well, you know what, I'll just keep working at what I'm doing. I know it's wrong, but I need to understand why it's wrong exactly.
I might just stitch these two recordings together. Yeah. Anyways, alright. I just found out that I have a little bit more work to do, because somebody just called me by name during a recording. And I need to cut that out now, so I've just like started and stopped. Started and stopped the recording. And yeah, like, anyways, so I've started, and I'll have to like stitch that together now. Oh man, that sucks. Well, whatever. Let's see, maybe it kind of works to here. Here. Mm-hmm. All right. Try that. Whoops. How does that actually look? Now I've got to think about gradients. Isn't there like a blend tool on here? I never really liked the way it looks, to be honest. What is this? Ew, what is that? What? Why is this a thing? Oh no! Oh, look at that! Oh, what is this? What is this tool? I don't even know what this is.
What does this do? Oh, this is fascinating. What? I have no clue what this stuff does. What is this? Yeah. What is this? No, these colors don't work together. Oh, blend. All right, yeah. Hold on. Okay, so like if I was to like blend light to dark, how does that look? Does that look like anything decent at all? It's gonna be a nightmare to undo all of this, but this is for science. Yeah, see, it's pointless because hair doesn't really do that necessarily. It kind of does, but like not to the extent that I wanted to do that. I don't really want it. Yeah, I think that's good. Like I shouldn't need to do that. I can blur stuff. Dope. I am getting distracted. I just like blur the eyes. Looks pretty cool. Not for this, but just in general. What does this do? Again, pretty cool, but just not for this. This paint's really blend. You know what? Okay, I should not be getting this distracted. I'm sorry. Alright. Anyways, back to what I was doing. This does not look up to standard. Yeah, this feels like MS Paint, my goodness. I'm using a professional software. I should be doing a lot more professional things with it. Oh my goodness, okay. Okay, I don't think I did the shadows enough. I need also create some highlights. Like I've created some like higher light area, if you will. I need to kind of make a gradient down. So like if I was to do say something like this, that'd work. What happened if I did this? It's actually not that bad of an idea. Let me just 1 second. Right. All right. Sorry about that. I might clip that out. I might not. Like, I'm gonna have to do some clipping out anyways, but I don't know if I'll be so proactive with it. Yeah. Yeah, this tone works fine. In fact, let's actually use it here. No, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. What am I doing wrong? A lot of things probably, but still. Something fundamental I'm missing, because this should not be looking like MS Paint even at this stage. I think I'm fundamentally misunderstanding gradients. That might be a problem. Because I didn't actually know how they work at all. And so I can see how that might be an issue. By the way, I'm also like going way too long with this. Like in theory, I should end it soon, but oh, I just had a fascinating thought. What if I was to just change this hair color a little bit? Because this works a lot better. I can understand this a lot more. The more neon color of the previous green was actually getting in my way a lot more than I realized. Give me just a second. I fear one of these times I'm gonna go mute. It's just I'm gonna forget to unmute it, and I'm just gonna have a completely audioless thing after a while. Let me just check. Where is this? 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 They're going down this angle of a diagonal. All right. Yeah, and so basically I just need to kind of create a new level of gradient here that will allow me to shade this bit. I need to be a lot more clean with this. Messiness is only going to get in my way at this stage, because messy color is horrible. Probably, I imagine. I don't know. I don't actually understand any of this. I don't know what I'm actually doing. Anything and everything I say is purely speculation and should not be taken as fact. Okay. I need to create a certain depth to this stuff. Like, the issue is that my colors are still, there's still too jarring of a barrier between them, if you notice, right? And that's definitely not a good idea for this. Because, yeah, gradients aren't supposed to be this noticeable. At least in my humble opinion. I think I need to also create, some of these kind of like highlights here, right? Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. That is actually only if I block this off. No, I think the real issue is this. Just kind of being here when it shouldn't be. Yes, this was earlier when I did this was a mistake. Leave it sort of, but not too much. And also this doesn't work because it doesn't line up with any of this, which makes it a little bit more annoying to deal with. I think I stepped on a needle earlier. My foot hurts Like not like a needle, but like just like a pine cone or something. Like a pine cone needle, and like I can feel a stabbing sensation in my foot, and it sucks. Should it really be like that though? Because the reason as to why I'm kind of questioning this is because purely angle-wise, it doesn't look like it should. Whoops. This doesn't feel like the right angle. Because I feel like it should be kind of more up here. Like if I was to throw it up here, does that look any better? If I look at wood, if I extended these guys also a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I just need to extend this down. Hey, whoops, not that much. Maybe actually like genuinely only this much. That's how much I actually need. Let me just create kind of like a thingy here. Yeah, that's fine. And then here. Like that. So again, my color's a little bit messy, so just correct it. Oh, this is looking so much better now. Okay. Yeah, so the neon, I think the neon colors was like the big thing that was kind of holding me back. This more realistic color is, well, realistic, it's still very much green, but more kind of like, it's a more like natural shade of green, which gives itself to light a little bit easier, I think. Maybe. That might be the reason. Might be, I might just be like stumbling on a completely different thing, but you know. Also, I need to, I almost forgot to do this here. Now, you again get this kind of slope, right? And find the mid-tone between those two. See if I can work with that. Oh, see, I don't need to do these borders. These borders are messing me up. That shouldn't be the case. What is happening? What is going on? What? There is a refer to others layer. I literally just noticed it. I merged all these layers into one because like I didn't see it. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's too late now to do anything about it, but like, oh my goodness. Okay, for future reference, it's a good thing, but oh boy. I could have saved so much work over so much time. What is the problem? What? Is there a problem here somewhere? I'm so confused. Why is there a problem? Where? Where do you see a hole? Anywhere in this? Maybe like here? It's the only place where I can like feasibly see a hole kind of forming that would create that specific effect. How does this even look? Maybe not terrible. Here I actually should extend it even further. Let's see. Let's extend it to here, and if it... Why is this a problem? What is the problem? Where would it be? Huh? I mean, I can always just hand fill it. Like a caveman, but like... Like, let me just check. Like, okay, if I just like make a very explicit... How? Okay, let me just do, right? Perfect box. Works fine, right? Let me just make it on here. Do. How? Are these tones like not different enough to the point where like they are basically treated as the same thing? What? That's psychotic. Why would this happen? I thought I was supposed to have precise control over colors. What do you mean that these are too similar for me to... Huh? What? This is insanity. So I do have to hand fill it. That sucks. Because these are like very obviously different tones, but like for some reason my computer disagrees. It's gonna be really funny if like on the video it turns out to be the exact same tone and I'm just like being schizophrenic about it or something. But no, like the whole point of this was I specifically made a mid-tone between basically these two tones, right? In order to kind of have a little bit of a smoother gradient. Yeah, no, definitely these are different. What? Okay. Yeah, alright. Why is this still here? No, I got rid of it. I think I need to make darker tones as well. And I also need to, give me a second. Do. I think I'm onto something, honestly, with these gradients. I like this. Certainly a lot more than the stuff I had before. Yeah. Honestly, I'm sorry. I can't really go anywhere further with this right now because the video's already taking too long and it's like 10. So, thanks for watching. I'll probably leave it here. I hopefully will come back to this. Again, I still need to like kind of figure this stuff out. Not gonna do that much of this on camera though, because I know myself. But in general, right. And I also just realized that my computer wasn't charging. Could have died at any point. But yeah, so I think I was able to figure out a decent amount of stuff, kind of, sort of, maybe, right? Definitely looks better than when I started. So yeah, thank you for watching, and have a great day. Bye.